Good morning, my beautiful followers. How is everyone doing today? I hope we are all having an amazing start to our Saturday. I know I am. I'm dressed and ready for Female Orgasm Camp, which is happening in about an hour. So I wanted to jump on here quickly and do my live stream. My tripod is upstairs, ready to film Female Orgasm Camp. And so hence we've got the shakiness. Yep, there. Okay. Do you feel like you're on a ship? So anyway, that is not the topic. That's not the topic for today. But yeah, just enjoying the morning, taking it kind of slow as I get everything ready for O Camp. This is this is my favorite workshop that we do twice a year. It is definitely my favorite workshop because I get to model for the workshop, and also there's so much education. There's so much beautiful education. And somebody asked me yesterday or the day before, why do you like this workshop so much? Because afterwards, sometimes I'm a little energetically off because I've taken other people's energies on and things like that. They go, why do you love this workshop so much? If sometimes it stirs your own shit, because it does. And they're like, oh, it's because you get orgasms, right? And I'm like, no, not really. I learned so much about myself on the table, and that was my answer. It's like every single year, every single time we do this, I gain so much more knowledge about my sex, about what's going on in the current moment for me, in my sex, in my body, in my own orgasmic energy, and in the sexual energy that is not just about sex. Our sexual energy is about our life energy. It is what is fueling us, which gives us passion, which gives us some drive. It works with all the other chakra systems, all the other energy points in the body. Our sexual energy is so incredibly important. And so every time we do this workshop, I always learn something new. So I'm very excited to see what I learned today about myself, about my sex, about that new depth. And then also I love getting to watch as others are really gain this eye-opening experience and just education, because whether they stay for the live demo or not, they get to really hear what truly works for women, what truly will drop a woman down to her body. And women, we get to learn about how to drop ourselves down. And so that's what the topic really is today. It is orgasmic responsibility. Today I spent my morning with my lover, and he was like, I want to give you just like the best fucking orgasm. And I'm like, that sounds amazing. But I was like, you can't give me an orgasm. He's like, I know. I want to help you have the best orgasm. I'm like, okay, I can get on board with that. But it really did bring up this idea that others are responsible for our orgasms, which is so incredibly crazy. But because I can tell you, and I've shared a little bit over the last few live streams, over the last month or two, my orgasmic energy has definitely been in orgasm, up and down and kind of all over the place, very feminine, lots of healing going on, lots of things going on in my own sexing. And so it's been a journey, and definitely something that has been beautiful to be working through. And at one point, somebody said to me, a fellow friend, as I was sharing my struggles, and I think I shared this on about a month ago in a live stream of you just need to surrender, girl. You need to surrender. You need to just drop down. You need to find that key, that piece that is stopping you from surrendering into your orgasm. And the fact is, it would never be my partner's fault if I couldn't have an orgasm. If he was doing his work, it is not his job to get me to an orgasm. It is my job as a woman, and your job as a man, if you're watching this as a man, to drop into your own orgasm. It is your responsibility to breathe into your body. It is your responsibility to connect with your pussy or your cock. It is your responsibility to breathe that energy up and allow it, and to drop into it. Now, I can tell you, if your partner is not doing their work, then it's not their responsibility to get you to orgasm, but there can be some good conversations. But at the end of the day, You can be orgasmic with or without your partner. Your partner has nothing to do with your fucking orgasm. They don't. Your energy can be orgasmic without your partner getting the technique exactly correct. Now, if you have a partner who's not willing to step in and step up and guide you and try to listen to what you're needing in that moment, then that's a different situation. That is you needing to then look at the relationship. Because if your partner is not willing to do what you need them to do in your sexing, if they're not willing to listen to your corrections, if they're not willing to have open communication, then why the fuck are you with them? They don't love you. I'm telling you, if your partner refuses to listen to you on something as simple as like, hey babe, could you move a little to the left? Could you move a little to the right? Then that is a lack of caring about you. That is a lack of caring about you. So then you need to look at your relationship, and that is kind of separate. But what I'm talking about is the orgasm. If you're chasing the orgasm, if you're not dropping into it, then it is your responsibility. It is you are the person to blame. And I don't like the word blame, because I think there are reasons why we hold back our orgasm. There are reasons why we do not surrender. And this is trauma. This is things that have happened. This is things in our heads. We're in our heads. We have to get into our hearts. We have to get into our genitals. If we're a woman, we have to open this heart space up. If we're a man, we really have to get into our genitals, feel the arousal. But most of us, we stop our sex here. We're way up in our heads and we're chasing the orgasm. I can tell you, a couple days ago, I actually found myself chasing an orgasm, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Addison? Like, you know better. You know better. And it's always fun for me to talk about my own sex, because people are like, oh, well, you just have like the perfect sex. And I'm like, I would like to tell you that if you are listening to any sex coach, any relationship coach, and they say their sex is fucking perfect, they're lying to you and they're not doing their work. They're no longer growing. Now, I can tell you, I can recognize when my sex is off. I can recognize when I'm doing much quicker than my clients and people I work with and from years ago. But we all have struggles in our sex. And if you're not finding anything to work on in your sex, then you have stopped your growth process in your sex. Because there is such depth in our sexual selves to be discovered. And this does not mean you're going out and doing wild, crazy things. This is mean you're going deeper within self. I can tell you sometimes my sex brings up fear, my sex brings up anxiety, my sexual energy will bring up passion and fire and more pleasure. There's so many emotions and experiences we experience during our sex. If you allow, and that is how we get to the orgasm. That is how we get to the true orgasm. We're not talking about this like 30-second like climax, like woo, big deal, who gives a fuck? Like, that's not orgasm. That is not deep sex. That is a get off. That is you trying to release some stress, get some pressure off. That is not orgasm. That is not that deeper level of orgasm where you are riding a wave and you can like stay on that wave. And then you're like touching the big toe of God. You are getting to that place where your whole body is involved. You're feeling the tingles all over. And you are so connected with yourself, with God, and then with your partner. You are feeling everything, but you have to surrender. And this isn't just like I'm going to surrender now. Sometimes it can be that simple, but sometimes there is just like a little key that is stopping that. And so if you are struggling to orgasm, I want you to really look at the shit going on within you. What is happening with you? Where are you backing away from your orgasm? Where are you not willing to really drop in and feel? Where are you scared? And it's okay. It's okay. It's just owning it and going, okay, I have to work here. I have to do a little work here. I have to grow here. I have to lean in here. But you have to find that surrender point. And you have to stop blaming other people for your lack of orgasm. Your orgasm is always, always, always your responsibility. Now, partners of either gender, I really don't care. We have to, if we are having sex with a partner, then we have to be there with them. We have to listen to them. We don't have to, but if you want to connect, if you want this deeper level of sex, if you really want your partner to have pleasure, you have to lean into them a little bit. You have to surrender into them. You have to listen to them. If they're saying, I really need my body just stroked a little bit longer before penetration. I'm needing more time. I'm needing more kisses and hugs and connection. Or I need whips, chains. I need blindfolds. Maybe you're not into that. That's a conversation. But a little to the left, a little to the right. Could you angle your hips a little bit? All of these things, we have to be listening and present and desire. Have that true loving desire to help our partner, be that light in the orgasmic journey. Be that light on the orgasmic journey, and really woo our partner into that level of orgasm, into the trust, into the surrender. Because if we don't believe we can surrender with our partner, we're not going to end up surrendering. We're not going to end up surrendering. But first you have to learn to surrender with self. You have to really work on surrendering with self first and foremost. So, all right, guys, before people start to show up for Orgasm Camp, I'm going to go upstairs and start prepping shit. But I did want to get my message out there for today. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Saturday. I have so many events coming up at the end of August and September and October. We are popping these events out. I'm so excited for some of the projects in the works. I have a puja September 8th. And so if you want to get integrated, if you want to get aligned, if you want to expand yourself, then please go on my website at addisonbell.net/events and check out my Tantric Integration pujas, where we will deep dive into some of these issues and help you in a different way than you usually do your inner work. We're going to help you to get playful and to really expand into that energy. And as always, you can always fill out an application to work with me one-on-one. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Love you guys. Bye.